Alright, we got the garden planted, finally. Spring garden 2020. We had to wait for the pecan trees to put on leaves. That's our clock. Some people go by a calendar or Good Friday or whatever else. There's 100 different things that people go by. But we go by the pecan trees. Whenever they put on green leaves, you know you're pretty well safe from a frost. I'm gonna flip you around and show you what we got. I can't remember, I don't even know how many rows it is, but we got a pretty good garden. Alright, this first row right here is potatoes. You can kind of see where they are going down through there, and that wood stake right there is the other end of the potato row right there. I think we got about 70 eyes planted. And then right here, this row, actually these two rows, this row and this row is okra. And then we got a row of squash. And then the next row is cucumbers. And then peas, 6 rows of peas and 5 rows of string beans or green beans. We planted all that by hand. The okra and squash and cucumbers and potatoes, of course. You can still kind of see our little indentions. One right there, every 18 inches. We drop 3 seeds in the hole every 18 inches. Now right here at this pipe, this is where I got my corn planted. From this row right there all the way over in that little mark I got right there. Corn grows a lot better if it's planted in a square. It's like wind pollinated, and if you got just a few long rows of corn, it'll still do good and make, but it won't do near as good as if you had it planted in a square. Altogether right here we got about 15 or 16 rows, about 140 foot long. It goes all the way from the driveway, almost the driveway, to almost the garden shed over there. So we got our little pollinators right there. They're gonna help pollinate the whole thing, I hope. It's just a quick peek at another little project we got going. And all these little white cups, I put a catawba worm tree seed in it. And these are the ones over here that look like they're doing something. It took about 2 weeks for them to come out. I don't know what that is. It's supposed to be some kind of flower that blooms at night. I don't know, something. I'm probably gonna throw it out in the yard. And that's something else. I don't know. But these are catawba worm trees right here. So anyway, just something we got going. Now I'm gonna bring you up the hill and show you all of our all of our corn. We plant a lot of field corn this year. That is 25 rows of field corn, and the rows are, I'm gonna guess 200 to 250 feet, maybe something like that. 250 feet times 25 rows. It's a lot of corn. Pretty good bed anyway. Plenty enough for us. I'm going to take you around and give you a real quick peek before it gets dark on the equipment that makes all this farming possible. There we are. Workhorse number 1. 1967 model John Deere 2510 ag tractor. Big tall tire and a 8-foot tough line disc. And this dude right here will evermore turn the dirt over. Workhorse number 2, Kubota MX 5200 4-wheel drive, that hydrostatic drive with a 7-foot Roto Hog tiller. Now this right here is probably the most appreciated piece of equipment on the place. I don't know, the disc or the tiller, one or the other one. They're all real important, but this is it. Workhorse number 2. And workhorse number 3, the most prized possession on the whole farm. The 1949 International Harvester Farmall Cub, in really good shape. It's got all the parts and pieces to go with it. That's my setup right now for rowing. They're out of adjustment, but made some pretty good rows. We got our stuff on the back of it for whenever we go to plowing rows out. We can put the big wide plows on the back and make a clean row. And here's some of the tools for the old tractor. They're kind of self-explanatory. I don't know exactly what they're all called, but I know what they all do. I'm getting my way around them, learning my way around them. That's for the back. Clean the rows out. That's another sweep. It goes under there. Disc killer. Piece, most of one anyway. There's a set right there. And then the side horse. That cleans all the grass out of the rows. Anyway, we got plenty enough to keep us busy. That's pretty well it. I'm going to add a couple of clips in here of us running. You always think about making a video after the fact, but I did manage to catch a few clips of us running and tilling and rowing and planting, stuff like that. Anyway, y'all enjoy the rest of the video. Thank y'all.